Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 22 of the May Daily Draws. So as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what kind of message we're going to get. And I'm going to be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, so today he will go there, and our card is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, which is all about mental rest. It's about rest in general, but to me it's about that peacefulness of mind, getting that peacefulness of mind. And I love how around her head you've got these beautiful butterflies there that's transforming, helping, they're symbols of transformation and freedom, coming, the transformation into something that can just be free, and it's that transformation of the mind into that peaceful state. So maybe what this card is saying to us today is do what you need to do to bring rest to yourself in general, to try and unwind perhaps from the stresses that you've been through, and particularly the mental stress, the mental all the things going on inside your mind. Try and find a way by doing something that does relax you, whatever that may be, some hobby or leisure activity, walking in nature, amongst things like butterflies, whatever it is that brings you back to yourself and takes you out of the hustle and bustle and the craziness of the world. But often we can take ourselves out from the world, but we still got that swirling in our minds, and we need to bring that peace and that calmness to our mental state, because we can't remove ourselves from our own mental state, but we can try and change our mental state through activities like, as I say, going for a walk in nature, doing something, whatever it is that brings you that sense of release, with a sense of peacefulness and relaxation, meditation, being with your loved ones, just being, not necessarily having conversations or anything like that, but unless that is part of it, but just sometimes just being with those that we love, just sitting there and enjoying each other's company, all these kinds of things. It could be sitting and reading a good book, or watching a good film, or something like that takes us out of the craziness of our minds and brings us into almost more of a neutrality, or at least a calmer state, and brings us into that peacefulness and rest, to allow our minds to reset. So it's almost like, and it's funny because I've just realized that reset, 4 of those 5 letters spell rest, and it has an extra E. So rest and reset are very much connected. And I think are the key words here today is to rest and reset. This is what this card is saying. In whatever way that we find that works best for us, to rest and reset before we start a new week. So let's try and do that. Let's try and rest and reset. There's plenty of time in the coming days to work on the ideas and all the different issues that we have going on in our minds. Let's put them down. You know, in other cards for the Four of Swords, we have where the swords are laid down. You know, the ideas, the thoughts. It's time to bring a bit of rest to particularly our mental state, our mindset, to rest and reset. Let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. Okay, here we go. And we have Fae. So, you have the Fae. That could be going out in nature, where a lot of the Fae reside, although these days they reside in all kinds of places. Also, sometimes the Fae can be a little bit mischievous, and not everything is as it seems. So there's this aspect of maybe you need to rest and reset, and you don't. It's not a time for acting. It's a time for that rest and reset, because maybe not everything is as it seems. Maybe there's some confusion. There's an energy of confusion around, and while you're in this mental state that we're in, it makes it even worse. So we need, first of all, to bring clarity and stillness to our minds, so that we may be able to see past the surface and understand things a bit better. So the important message here is to rest and reset. There'll be a time to deal with all the other issues, but it's not now. So that is today's message. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow for the start of a new week with day 23. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.